Hi everyone, we are back with another session for developing a .NET library that's standard compliant, test driven, and pair programmed, with the standard community. And today we have some good news. Brian have been doing a lot of research, on the back end side of things, and he finally came up with quite an innovative solution for what we're trying to do with RESTful Sense and being able to pass in a multi-part form. I looked at it, I closed my eyes. Did it feel like looking at the Pacific while I was in San Jose? Did it feel that good, right? And it did feel that good. It actually got kind of had that kind of feeling in there. So I'm gonna let him kind of explain what happened there, and let's just see what how people feel about it. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, well, it finally dawned on me last night, actually in a conversation with you and myself and Wardy, when you said, "How's that going to look in a broker?" And I went, "Yep, we're really going to have to go with attributes instead of a builder." So the only problem we really needed to solve is how to link this file stream to a file name. So I just simply added another attribute.
I
Both of
love it.
them, yep.
And
So
it sounds good. It sounds good. So let me see here if I understand this. You pass in this model.
mhm,
It's gonna pick up, it's gonna kind of group them based on the attributes and say, okay, these two attributes are dedicated for a file,
mhm.
a record called file, and the attribute above it is for the purpose. That's great. And you're basically gonna go and say, here's the stream, here's the name, here's the stream, and there's your additional details. I
Yes.
love it. It's
So
beautiful.
so file name's optional. You don't really need to have it. So as long as you've got a stream, you got a you can build a content stream, but the file name is an optional, which is always the case.
And it works, Brian, and everything.
Yeah, it does. I can't demonstrate it here in this branch because I've sort of broken it because I've been pulling
It's
pieces
okay.
and sort of massaging pieces to get it into RESTful sense. So far in RESTful sense, I've built the brokers. I don't know if you want to see that here.
It's up to you. Sure.
Yeah. So I built a reflection broker.
Nice.
Yep. Just tuck that under there. And yeah, and I'm in the process of doing the proper work through of doing it as
Gotcha.
test driven design. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm now on a branch. Yeah,
And just so you know, I don't mind again doing a spin-off on the side. It's up to you. If you want to run this on your own, that's fine. If you wanna
yeah.
pair.
Well, it depends on if it's a showstopper for today. If we want to keep going with OpenAI, it's fine. Um, but we've got a way forward, and whether you want to
No,
work with this,
it,
yep,
it, it it doesn't stop us today in any way,
hmm
shape, or form. Because lucky for us, we actually do abstraction, that is
yeah.
supposed to be. So we have no stoppers there, right? We should be good there. So anyway, Elbic, you've been sitting on the bench for a while. You and Kailu, you guys want to write some code today? What's the huh? No? Okay.
Yeah, let's write some code today.
Was it was it your turn or Kailu's turn? Or was it my turn?
It doesn't matter actually.
Let's go. The Uzbek beast. Let's go. The lion from up there, up north. Diogo says, can we use the attribute with any stream or just fast stream? Brian, oh yeah, that's
That was the whole point. That was the whole point. Yes. So we could. Yeah.
so do we just go to stream, Brian?
Yes. Yes.
Let's go to stream. Okay. So
Yeah.
so so so
The
Elbic, you
problem
don't need
the
go
problem with
ahead.
the file stream creates a connection to an underlying object, which is actually real. And so if you're running our library on a server, uh, there's all sorts of permission problems there. So let's just put. So
Okay,
you could.
let's so
Yeah.
stream is better. Is that what
hmm
you're saying? Yeah, let's do it with stream. So Elbic, the issue that we're asking
Um,
people to kind of we don't need it anymore. We don't have it.
I've created a PR yesterday. Should I shut it down?
Yeah, shut it down. Sorry.
All right.
It's okay.
Sorry, Elvic.
No worries.
This is all Brian Parker. It's his fault.
Just yeah, let's get up to speed and let me know what should I do with our foundation, right?
Yeah, I don't know. What should we do? You tell me. So go to Foundations file upload and let's just get started with this. I think Kailu is the one that initiated this.
That,
I
that,
read.
it
No,
doesn't matter if this service is returning a file stream because a file stream is compatible with a stream. It's just
I know, but stream is doesn't necessarily have to come from reading an actual file.
mm.
What do you say?
Oh, yeah, okay.
No? I trust you fully. Just tell me. What's it says? Just type upload, bro. Just type upload. Just the word upload. In the remotes, in the remotes.
Oh, foundations
There it
upload.
is. Yeah. I lied to you. I told you it was Kylo, it's me. Deal with it. All right. Let's run all the tests. Let's see what's going on. How are you doing, Kay? I miss you, bro. Do you wanna go, Matt? Do you wanna go watch Mario Bros with me tomorrow?
Tomorrow, what? Tomorrow night?
Yeah, 9 p.m.
Let's see. Let me take off my daughter first. Like, she's like recently pretty tough to handle these days, especially with her sleeping and stuff.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know anything about this. All right, let's go.
This
So
isn't
Elbic,
local file, right?
this
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 is
is no, it's AI files service. Yes, this guy here. Upload file async. Why did they put upload? Why did Goodmunder put upload before remove? Do you know? Because it's kind of create,
add,
so CRUD.
yeah,
So delete
add
will
and
always go at the bottom.
yeah. So CRUD
A
order.
okay, a fantastico amigo. Let's do it.
All right.
Where's this guy Ricardo Cruz? I miss that guy. It's too late for
Yeah,
him though.
yeah.
I need to find
So
time.
we
Yeah,
should
go ahead.
start. We should start. Sorry. We should start writing by writing the validation test, right?
Let's do it. Let's do it, boss. You can do it.
Validations.
Brian, that's a freaking great idea, man. I'm so proud of you. I'm sorry, I just have to say it publicly. I'm very proud of you. This is the stuff that you get to see a whole bunch of people from all over the world trying to solve a problem, and you try and try and try and try until you make it happen.
It
And then
wasn't.
this is,
Yeah, it wasn't just my idea. I bounced it off a heap of people, and it was just
yep,
a merging of a
you,
heap of people. Yeah.
yep. You just build up, you brainstorm, and then it
hmm
hits you. Be like, why don't we do it this way? I don't know how Wardy feels about that though. Did you tell him? Don't tell him. Don't tell Paul. Just don't tell him. Just say, hey, it was a thing, and because he is hell bent that he has to do it with dynamic objects. And I'm like, my man, you don't even know what properties you're looking at. So it would be a little bit tough. I don't know, Diogo, do you have any do you have any feedback on that approach? Any ideas? Yeah, wait for Diogo to kind of give us a little bit of insight on that one. But I think this is the best we could do right now. And I think it's a great freaking idea. Brian, you do understand that's a shift in paradigm. Like now we know how to solve problems like these moving onwards, which is fantastic.
Why it's so silent?
It's silent?
Yeah. Why
It's
you
not.
stop talking?
It's not. We're talking. You're just too tired. You're very tired. Look, this guy is worn out. He can't wait 10 more days until just the fasting is over. He's done. You know what's funny? I work a lot more and I work a lot harder when I'm not eating too much because my brain gets to consume the full capacity, but I also eat like a crazy dude at night, I just as much as I can, like throughout the stream. I don't eat through streams, but now I do because that's the time I have to kind of, drink some water and I'm sorry, Elbic, I know I'm doing it on live stream in front of you every night, which is mean, but what are you gonna do, right? Oh, these peanuts are amazing. Yeah, see? Even Diogo says, I think it's a great solution. There you go, man. What else you need? All right.
Yeah, it really didn't dawn. It dawned on me the way we had to go when you said, "What do we really want to do this in a broker?" And then it really made me think about what we had to do in a broker, and this way it sort of avoids all that issue.
So Paul raised up an interesting question. He said to me, I thought the attributes were anti-standard, and they are if they have business logic in them. If they are just attributes for serialization and to be able to process the data, I'm okay with that. But if you go and add in an attribute that says required, or you go and add an attribute that says max length 10, how am I supposed to validate that? How do you test drive that? Do you test drive a model? That'd be a little bit shameful. That's not anemic anymore, and then things can get complicated really, really fast. However, just Brian, just so you understand, I still want to um, look. I want our acceptance tests to not use the same model to serialize the response. You remember that guy that put in the purpose?
Yep.
So we want the JSON object to be fully independent, right, from the model that's coming from the service itself. And because of that, we might just need to create our own external models and actually truly pretend I mean, the customer is still going to have to use the existing models in that library, and that's fine. However, for acceptance, this is a special case because I really want to catch any changes in the model immediately. So I'm still just thinking about that a little bit, but I think we have a way through it. I think we can power through it for sure. For sure, for sure.
That's sort of where I am at the moment in the building the first test is creating a random model.
Yeah, yeah. Yes,
Because
sir.
not only it's got to have random properties, it's got to have random attributes on those properties.
Right, right.
Or does it because we're using a reflection broker?
Yeah. And the reflection on that broker is, yeah, I think it'll be okay. I think we'll be just fine. I think, so far this is one of the most elegant solutions to a problem like this, and this is the power of our community. Some people are hulks. They take power and they push, 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 push code, to get something out the door. And some of us are just mad scientists. They'll just sit there and look through and really think through things. And it takes some time to kind of come up with a solution. But once we figure out the solution, we're ready to move forward. Forever, forever and ever. I like to count you, Wardy, and Christo as mad scientists in our community. I'd like to count Elbic and Kailu and people like Goodmunder and these folks as a cowboys. They're very strong. They just want to run and get something out the door. And you can see this very clearly. When we're writing code, when we are kind of analyzing the code, who's really digging deep and who just wants to get out the door, who wants to just get a solution out. It's a power. It's a huge power in our community. You know. And then there's the third type of engineers, that I'm sorry, go ahead, Brian, you were saying something.
No, it was really burning me that this problem was blocking us basically for 3 videos. And
Honestly, I'll tell you what I thought to myself. I said, hey, wait another sprint, wait another week, and then engage, right? It's not really fun to do all the work, and I highly doubt I would have come up with a solution like yours. But I'm glad you did that because now you just enriched our standard again. We'll see. It's kind of an interesting endeavor. This whole software development thing. It's just a journey. You know what I mean? Okay, dude, we're good. You got the
Yeah.
validation. What did you call it? Did
Yes.
you call it null AI file exception? Okay. Yep. Hand it over to Kay. Let's go to town.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about this daytime broker though. Should I verify it to say never and then say verify no other calls, or should I keep as is?
Wait, go back to the null. Yeah, it should be. Oh, for utility brokers, we don't care.
Yeah, that's why. Uh-huh.
Yeah, we don't care. For entity brokers, we do care a lot. Right? I'm not gonna go validate if a logging broker has been called or not if it's not
Yeah.
relevant. But usually it is relevant when you're doing validation because we have to log, right? So,
Yeah, that's a failing test, and I guess this is a good failing test.
yep.
Yeah.
Yoben Leon, hello. Hello right back at you, sir. Okay, are you in? Are you out? Do I take it? You take it?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Finally, with a good internet. I, I'm so happy that I can speak clearly. And
What did you do? Did you go to the office?
yeah, I'm going to another city actually.
Oh yeah, you're still in Turkey, aren't you?
No, I'll go
You're
to
back. You're
Turkey
back.
recently. Yeah, soon. But
Th-
yeah,
This guy's just traveling around chilling, and we're a bunch of nerds, a bunch of tired old mules just sitting there.
but you used to travel a lot, and you do actually right now these days, right?
Let me have
But
my moment. Stop it. Let me just make fun of you for a while. Yeah, I do travel a lot. You know this last trip that I had, it was for free, because I have enough miles. They're like,
uh-huh.
"Hey, you want to fly first class for free?" And I was like, "Free? Of course not. Sure." It just I do travel a lot. Some of it I announce, some of it I don't, but yeah, I do
Yeah.
travel quite a bit. Okay. I mean, if you're here in the US, there's a lot of places to go to and a lot of things to do.
Mhm.
I would expect it's the same thing in Australia as well, but in Australia, you can literally get freaking killed because you have no idea what's waiting for you out there. You know,
It's not that bad.
uh-huh, uh-huh. And there is a cobra underneath his chair, as he says, "It's not that bad." That's like, "Ah."
Yeah, I opened my office door here only a few about a month or so ago, and there was a snake just outside the door
Oh my
on the car.
God, dude.
It
I
was only a red.
remember,
It was only a red belly black. It was no
yeah,
good.
nothing to lose. I don't know what to tell you, Brian. I mean, all power to you, brother, but it's a little weird. It's very weird. I'm coming to visit all of you next year. All of you. Germany, Uzbekistan, Australia, England. I want to do something really, like, I want to do a big prank for Wardy. Like, I want to do something like I want him to remember that moment. You know what I mean? Like just, knock, on his office at work. Oh, he works remotely, so that's not gonna work. And just pretend to be a mailman or something, cover my face, and be like, I have a FedEx for you. And when he opens it up, be like, your code sucks, and then I show up my face or something like that. I need to
I
think of something.
I suggest that you not to do
Yeah, probably I shouldn't, right?
Just tell me when you're coming into Sydney Airport. I'll stand there with one of those signs.
What's it gonna say? Hassan, we have a snake. We have a thing for you. You know,
I don't know,
yeah.
something to get your body searched by the security or something.
Yeah, I can't wait to see all of you in person. We'll do the standard tour. The standard tour. We go and we talk to a bunch of people. You guys, all you gotta do just, and I'm gonna plan this up ahead. I'll be like, let's find a group of people that nobody wants to teach anything, and let's go give a speech. Let's go give a lecture. And sit down and talk to people, and see, Brian in Australia it would be a university, for Wardy maybe a company, for Elbic his community. I know that Mabruk also knows a lot of people in Germany and all that. We'll just go and talk to people about the standard, and we take it out on the road, and I can't sing, but I can't say a lot of things about the standard, so I think we'll be able to make it. You know, it'll be fun. Maybe I should visit Monk as well. Go to Spain and go to Puerto Rico for Ricardo and just tell everyone, hey, here's the standard. Be like a crazy person just walking around with a green book telling people, follow the book. We'll see what people say about it. It'll be fun.
When you're with Ricardo, everyone's going to think he's a security guard.
Yeah, that guy is big. That guy, I need to kind of make sure that we're good before I actually go there. I'll be like, Ricardo, are we good? Before I go there, I don't want to mess with Ricardo. I don't want to mess with Ricardo. My hope and my dream is that these people the regulars, the people that have been in our community, somehow I can gather all of them truly in one physical place and just take one picture with all of them just to see who are these people that have been, I've never met any other than Kailu and Yusuf. I've never met any of you in person for a long time now. I mean, Brian, you and I know each other for 2 years now, almost 2 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Long time,
Mm.
long, long time.
Yeah, over 2.5 years, I think.
Yeah. I remember the first day. Let me just tell you this. Do you guys know how I met Brian Parker? I published something about Blazor on YouTube, and he had this vague, you can't tell who this person is, like Facebook profile. And he sent me a message, like an instant message. He said, "Hey, I saw your Blazor video. I have some suggestion for you." And I don't know why I thought this way, but I was like, oh, look, a student kid. He's interested in new technologies and stuff like that. Until I actually met Brian, I was like, oh no, I need to be very respectful with this guy moving forward, but I'm glad you reached out. I really am glad you reached out. I might not always be the best friend, but I really cherish and appreciate the amazing things you've been doing for our community. It's really great. I was telling
Just,
people on the stream today, it's not about the product, it's really about the people. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Brian?
oh, I actually saw the stream earlier today, and there was that heckler coming in from he was typing those messages.
That British heckler, the the
Yeah.
the, the one from England, yeah. I didn't know what to do with him. He was causing trouble. In his mind, this is how he's supporting me. You know what's funny? I could hear his messages in his own voice. Like I know how he says what he says. That's too much. I mean, I literally sat down with this guy for an entire stream, just looking at his architecture and stuff like that. It was really fun. It was really fun. Okay, file upload Hassan. I'm taking it. Okay, so you have a failing test for me after all these years. This is how you treat me. Okay. Okay, let's run all of this and see. Okay. All right, we have a failing test in here. So Brian, other than this idea of kind of having our own model for an external model that is being passed in, I don't think our acceptance tests should be friends with the project. I don't think our acceptance test should be friends with core project. Just a thought I have. What do you guys think about that? It is invalid if it's null. Got it.
I see your point. So it should be like a consumer, and consumer can
It's
only see
just a
what
consumer. Yes,
yeah, it should only see what a consumer could see. Yep.
exactly. What do you think about that, uh, Kailu and Elvik? What do you guys think? Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Picking up what I'm putting down there?
So basically, we don't want to make our acceptance test and core project friends.
Yeah, we don't want them to be friends anymore. We're bad people. We break friendships. What do you think,
Also,
man?
in the acceptance test, then we use the how do we use the clients then? Oh, they are public, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Just because I'm typing code, it doesn't mean that I'm throwing some subtle. What's this? Zoom a little. Okay, yes. Yes, sir. Got it. Yeah, so just an idea, something for you to think about. Um, I don't know. I'd love to see what you guys have to say about this. Valid is invalid. Um, object. Object. So what do you think, Elbic? Do you have any
I like the
thought?
idea.
You
It's
like the
logical.
idea?
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Thoughts? Concerns?
You're on mute, by the way.
Yeah, he knows. He just does his thing. Rule is invalid, and that will be AI file dot request. Yeah, and then we want a parameter, and this is name of AI file dot request. Request like this. So that's your rule. Okay, let's see if that works. I know we're handling invalid AI file exception. I hope that Goodmunder did that. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so that's that part. And then we want to validate inside that guy. So in the request, configure new computer, huh? sanhabib@live.com. I'm suffering from success. All right. Let's see here. So the next step for us then would be to go and say, I want my AI file in the request. What's mandatory in the request? All three of them are mandatory? Is that what it is? Okay. All three of them are mandatory then. I'm gonna go write another one in here. Just be aware because this is let's see here. Should throw validation if file request is invalid. So now it's different a little bit, right? And then we have a theory in here. We have member inline data, null, empty or white space. And here is invalid string, right? And this time this request is good. However, what's inside in here is invalid string. So purpose, I need Michael Mendelson to come inspire this for me. Would be nice. So, okay, request dot, can I do this? Oh, I can. That's new. I didn't know you could do that now. Ha. Okay, AI file request dot name. Like that, and then let's do this. Oops, like this. And this is name, and then there is stream file. What did we call it? Content. And then there is um, name, file, content. What's the third one, you guys? It's purpose.
We've forgotten file name.
Well, isn't that the name?
No, that's the key.
Okay, so in the request, it's
Oh, hang on. Sorry, we're going to use the attribute for the key. That's fine. Yep, you're right. Beg your pardon.
this is fine. You
Yep.
good?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so this will be the AI file request
Mm-hmm.
name, content, purpose. I'm kind of split. Do I call it file name because it's no longer talks about the file itself?
Mm.
Maybe. So all of this is values required. Cannot be null, empty, or white space. And the purpose is required, Brian, right? That means the AI, the API is actually going to fall apart. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there is that. Yeah, I think that should do the tricky. There you go. And this guy should say no exception was thrown at all. Just be aware that, yeah, I expect, oh, there you go. Expected AI validation. I got AI service exception, which is good because that basically means that we, that it didn't know what to do with it and it tried to access a null object, which is the content, and it kind of just blew up. Okay. Elbic, take this one. Fail. No code for you today, Brian. You coded enough for 3 days. You're not gonna code everything. Nothing for you. All right, go ahead. Where's Elbic's screen? There it is. Let's go. So we're gonna use this new nested paradigm thanks to you, sir, Elbic, with the validation. So if the request is null, we terminate, and then we create another iteration. That's genius. That's freaking genius. Oh yeah. Here we go. Yep. So Brian, the next step for RESTful sends would be, so you have the broker, the foundation service, and then you're gonna propagate that through the service to some exposer of some kind,
Yep.
and then you wanna call.
I'm working on the form content service at the moment. Yep.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Sounds good.
I'm doing it all as internal.
Yeah. Cool. Is there an existing one with a string? Just change it. Just say text in here and remove that method. You're on mute, by the way, Elbic.
Yeah, I knew that. Okay, so let it be text and let's validate. Go.
Okay. We're getting so close. Almost there. So that'll be an orchestration. We go read a file, get the stream, upload the file, and then just give people back, and then there will be another level of orchestration where people just say, give me the file and I will do everything for you, the fine tuning and everything. But for this one, we just want to upload a file.
File name content.
So when we add the attributes, do we have to validate them?
On the OpenAI side?
Yeah, as in our tests.
That's a great question. I don't know. We should. I just don't know how. I can't write tests for models. You know, I'm not afraid to tell you I don't know the answer. You know, I actually don't. But you know, we should have a way, just like I was talking about um, the JSON serialization, you know, mechanism. We should have something very similar to that that says, hey, you know, you changed your attributes, right? I think my heart is already set on this one, Brian. We should not be friends with acceptance test project.
Mm.
We should not be friends there, and we should create our own external models and validate against them. So when someone changes these attributes, it'll blow up, rightfully so. And we want that to be the case.
Yeah. So
Mm.
what should be the next test? Should we go to exceptions or do we have any validations?
Okay, Lou, is there any other validations that we need to do? I can't think of any.
Yeah.
You only have 3 fields, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, there's not a whole lot you need to validate.
Yeah, then let's handle the why there's three go back Elbic one. Go back to this object initiation that you were at. You control minus. What was that? File purpose? What is that? External file request? Is there a third property that we need to pass in here?
Yeah, I don't see that.
Go
Let me.
go inside external AI file request real quick. That's Brian Parker. Brian, you're gonna have to take care of this. Make sure the test matches that, because that's on your side. That's
Yeah,
the external AI file request. That's what we're gonna be
there's no file
giving.
name there. That's what I was thinking. That's what
Yeah.
you,
So we're not gonna touch this, but when you
Uh-huh.
add your changes, we're gonna need to change the test a little bit. Just heads up. It needs to fail, and then we need to make it pass as well. Okay, dude. Just handle the exceptions as usual. I think the usual URL not found and pretty much the same thing. We're almost done with this service, by the way.
yeah, the file name needs to go in there, and we'll put the attribute on that. So,
Brian, when are they gonna release Frostpunk 2? I can't believe you finished the first one. You're crazy,
yeah,
dude. How do you? I'm sorry. How do you even? Man, I have too much heart, Brian. I'm not like you.
I actually think I finished it 2 different ways. You can,
That just blows my mind. How you just get laser focused on something. Oh my God. Like, you know, it's just I think this game, and just for the people watching, if you like to play video games and you want to play a video game that actually kind of teaches you to make tough decisions, a lot about empathy, a lot about the leadership. You know, people show you who they really are when things get dark, right? And this game is going to do that to you. It's going to make you hear children's voices crying and hungry, and you have a decision to, you know, not people won't have a lot of food, but they won't have to work long hours. It's a crazy game, Frostpunk. Crazy, crazy game. Like the amount of heart
just
and soul that was put into this.
just don't play it in winter.
You know, I was in a corporate meeting once and I said, "Hey, if you want to learn leadership, go play Frostpunk." And people were like, "That's dark." And I was like, "Well, you know, I mean, everyone is a good leader when everything is okay. But let's just get really dark and let's just see how people will behave." I do, however, loved the idea of the automatons, you know, and how they automated when the weather got really, really cold. Spoiler alert, when the weather got extremely cold, they said, okay, we can't really go outside, but we can have robots go out there and do the farming and do the all the mining and all that stuff for us. I don't know, whoever worked on that game, that's good quality stuff. That's heart put into the work they did. And the graphics are beautiful, and the gameplay is beautiful. I may or may not got that 4090 Founders Edition to play that game at full scale because why not? Good times. Really good times. Just for the gamers out there, for the people who like to play video games, that's definitely one way to go, for sure. For sure, for sure. So what is this, brother?
So here I need to
Oh yeah,
pass.
yeah. I got
Yeah,
it.
from then I don't have that
Yep.
method yet.
Because we did the randomization. Yep. It'll be interesting how this one react to streams. You might need
Yeah,
to
that's
ignore.
what I was thinking. Yeah.
You might need to ignore the type completely, or you could just use Brian's trick into creating a random stream. Do you see it's right there? Create random stream right there. That's your guy right there. Hmm.
Yes, but we don't care about the stream here. That's why I was thinking about ignoring it.
What do you think, Kay? Should we ignore the stream? I mean, the past tense object doesn't matter completely. We literally go in the setup and we say it is any,
Yeah,
but
you call it is any anyways. Because these tests you care about exceptions themselves, right?
right. Okay. Hey, Brian, do you want to build a new NuGet library with me?
No.
I have literally in my backlog 3 .NET libraries that need to be created, and this library will really go places. This library. Do you even want to know what it is? Are you interested?
Yeah, of course, you bugger.
So remember this work that we did with generating truly unique numbers?
Mm-hmm.
I want to take that forward. I want to create a library. We're going to call it unique IDs, and you basically describe to it what the format of the unique ID is. So it's not always GUID. It can be numbers, it can be strings. It can be a mixture of both. I think that library would be freaking fantastic. And it has so much use cases. So you're not always tied up to GUIDs. Do you know why it's important? Because if we can implement a NuGet library that generates string unique IDs, truly unique and random, based on a certain attributes and description, and do the same thing with numbers, it helps a lot with databases in terms of indexing and searching through records than GUIDs. Because GUIDs, there is no partitioning for GUIDs. You can't make sense of them. But numbers and strings, oh yeah, it can build a tree real quick in the database and start indexing. And that's one of the benefits of projects like these. They give birth to more and more projects, right? So the thing about this library though is that it's a super quick win. We can spin up something like this and deploy it and get it out there, said and done in like a weekend, really, because we already have the answers. We just need to test drive it and put it out there.
Mm-hmm. Bundle it up.
Exactly. So, if you want, spin up another library. We're gonna call it standard.core.unique_IDs or unique ID. And look, if you're not gonna do it with me, I'll just go do it by myself. But I'd love to do it with you,
No worries.
you know. Um, It's just so much more fun. Maybe, you know what, Brian? Someone was telling me this the other day. He said, Hassan, you don't really care about these projects. You just want to find excuses to hang out with people. I was like, that's very true in a big way. I just want to find an excuse to hang out with people and talk to people. Because I'm extremely extroverted by nature, but I still think this library is useful. Extremely useful. And I haven't found anything out there that's like that at all. So
Okay.
Yep.
Can you see my quick watch window?
yeah, no, I can't see your quick watch window. You're gonna have to stick it to the bottom so we can see it.
But you can see the screen, right?
I can see you having a breakpoint on throw if contains errors.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me.
What's happening? Are you stuck in
Yeah,
this?
this validation exception is throwing. I just want to know why it's throwing an exception.
Because your stream is null, son.
Oh yeah.
You
Okay,
think
so
you think I'm not paying attention to what you're doing just because I'm talking? I know what you're doing. You chose to ignore the stream, yet right? And I
yeah.
told you use Brian's trick to generate, and you were like, no. And Kailu was like, well, it doesn't matter. And I was like, okay, fine. You guys want to walk into that pit? Go for it. Just use
I
the
didn't
brothers.
say it doesn't matter, but I didn't say it has to be nothing, right? It matters. It doesn't
That's
matter
true.
what it is as
It-
long as it's not nothing.
That's true.
Because
Okay.
you validate against it.
That's true. That's very
Doesn't
true.
matter what it is as long as it exists. Yeah.
Yeah, just throw something in there. Look, dude, also please don't do that. Please. Okay, stop right there. Just type on type stream. And then type use. And type the method name, but don't put parentheses.
I know
Because
that trick.
it's gonna. Oh, you already know. Okay, fine. You're great. You know all the answers.
Okay, let's see. Oh, it passed.
Ooh. All right. We're having fun. It's fun, right? Fun.
Whose turn? Who's next?
You need to write a failing test for Kailu.
Oh,
What happened to you?
I did a passing test right now. It passed because we are using the same try catch.
Ah,
I guess it keeps passing, and yeah, it keeps passing.
okay, then give it to Kailu. Then let him write a because we're handling already all of these exceptions. That's
Yeah.
true. Cool. Great.
Yeah, take it, Caleb. I
And
already pushed.
what was the drama about then? Why are you doing that? Go.
Okay.
Kailu's like, listen, dude, I didn't say that. Don't call me out on public stream. That didn't happen. All right, Kay, let's go.
Corrected the record.
Yes, you really did. You really did. It's really fun once you set up the foundation for handling all these exceptions. Most of your tests are just, you know, it just validates that the exceptions are already taken care of, and that's it. Not your classic fail paths kind of style, but still good. Are there, Elbic, are there exceptions that we're not aware of that we're not handling yet? URL unauthorized. I don't think we need entity not found here. HTTPS URL not found is good, but HTTPS not found exception, we don't need that. Anything else you can think of off the top?
No. No.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
But when we are doing file tunes, we might get some fine-tune canceled exception, something like that. Because when I tried with,
Ooh.
you know, with the console, it was throwing different exceptions.
I've actually seen an exception when you upload a file with an extension of JSON-L. using just this, it actually throws an exception because as soon as it sees the extension, it validates the file.
So we need dependency validation exception. Cool.
It says it somewhere in the upload thing that it validates particular files.
Okay.
Should
I
I
mean,
do
yeah,
more
we're gonna let
tests?
them. What is it? Okay.
Should I do more tests?
Sure. Throw one more in there. And I'll do two more too.
It's not like I don't want to do it. I'm just following the process, right? The right
No,
process.
I know, brother. You know, in some of the big projects that Kylo and I worked on, nothing was slowing him down but pair programming. I swear to God, I'm not kidding. He'd be like, dude, just give me the okay and let me run. And I was like, well, are you gonna make some mistakes? He got to a point where it's very, very hard to catch something on him, you know? Like this is usually how it starts. You know, you create your first PR and you get like 40 comments, right? And then if you can power through that, what is it, Brian? You know when someone new goes into prison and he get beat up? They have a name for it. What's it called? You know, and then they build the muscle for it, and then you know they get better and better at it. Um, I don't know what's it called. They have names for it everywhere. But you know, in essence, basically, first BR, if you can deal with the defensiveness and you know feeling insulted that you're getting 40 comments on your PR and you still power through that, that's a good engineer. You know, that's an engineer that's going to take feedback and grow with it and run with it. It's going to be just freaking amazing, you know, honestly.
It actually, it is a bit of a skill to especially early on in your career,
Oh
to
yeah.
accept to accept it as professional criticism and not personal.
Oh yeah. But by the way, just for people watching, you know, Brian and I had this really, really nice discussion. I was just smiling all the way, you know. You know, we were talking about a bunch of proposals, and then I was like, no, that's not good. And he said, I know this is not personal. This is experience right there. This is when you know like people's heart are in the right place. You know, there's no personal issues. We're just trying to build something really great. You know, you would be surprised, Brian, by how many people think it's personal. Like some people, like I had people saying, "Oh, dude, you're mentally unstable. You're just trying to make people's lives hard." I was like, "No, I really am not." You know, but all right,
Yeah,
Kay, thanks.
what I knew at the heart between you and I, because we were just striving for the same thing and we were
Yep,
just pushing against each other, trying to get to the same point. And
yep,
it takes a bit of opposite points of view to sometimes
yep.
find the center ground.
And Paul Wardy as well. Did you guys see what Visual Studio is doing these days? Watch this. Look at the top of the screen. Do you see what's happening?
Mm.
It's keeping a little bit of it at the top. Do you see this?
Is
No,
it
they
a
mark.
namespace?
I think so. Look, the
Yeah.
namespace and the class. Do you see?
Yeah.
I don't know why they did it this way, but that's a thing now, I guess. That's pretty cool. Let's go there. Let's run this. Great. Great. The next one for these is this validations, remove by validations, upload exceptions. There you go. And we have dependency validation. Control MO will collapse all of that for you. Dependency validation. So the next one is just service exception. Is that what people are telling me right now? What's this? Response not found. Well, we're never gonna have response not found, Kay. I don't think so. Right? Because you're uploading a file. So what is it that Rami says sticky scroll provides immediate context to the code in which you are working on by keeping the relevant headers in the view. Yeah. It's a new feature in Visual Studio called sticky scroll. Yep. Yes, sir. So I don't think we're gonna have, but did we handle URL not found and dependency exception? The only thing I would change here is just call this HTTP bad request exception. Like this. Which basically means this is gonna be invalid AI file exception. And HTTP, that would be like this. Yeah, I love the new little tricks that we find in Visual Studio. It's amazing. It's productivity boost to the moon. Invalid AI, AI5 dependency validation. Yeah, okay, bad request, and then dependency validations. Yeah, that should be it. And this guy should also pass because we already have these exceptions handled. Is it? Yes, yes, we did. So this is if bad request error occurred on logit async. How big is this? 107? Cool. So that's a pass. And then I will write in a service exception. Unless I'm missing anything. Just throw service exception. I feel we're missing something. I have a feeling. But keep me honest, people. I want to put if service error occurs on logit async. So here's your service exception. Elbic, will we be able to merge this before RESTful Sense is ready and the broker is ready?
I guess we need to update the model, external request model.
Then I'm
Right.
not going to merge this. I'm going to let Brian Parker, after he merges his RESTful Sense, update the model and update the tests.
Yes.
That's why I'm not asking him to do anything today. Because he has he does like a boatload of work, while we're off camera. So it's not fair, right? So AI file service exception. Let's take this. AI file service exception. Actual AI file service exception. And this is your service exception right here. And why did you hook it up to post file form async? Why didn't you just hook it up to the datetime broker? This could be good, man.
Because
Go ahead.
I think it comes first, right?
Does it? Do we
Yeah.
call the API before we convert? Oh, you're right. Oh, you're not kidding. I'm sorry. Look at the smile on his face. That guy is weird. Look, he's so happy that he got something right. What if I'm asking you just to test you or make a conversation? What are you gonna say about that? All right, Elvic. All right. Okay. Cool beans, dude. Should throw service exception. I think that's right. Let's see here. And then I'm gonna, huh?
Why it's showing errors in the Visual Studio?
Because this is a preview version of Visual Studio and it's insane. So if I unload this and reload it,
Uh-huh.
oops, hold on, and reload it. Come on. Like this, and then go to the test. Look, it's showing up now.
Okay. Okay.
It's just Visual Studio. I guess having 64 gigs of RAM and i9 13900K processor and freaking like
Not
this
not
thing
enough.
this thing could literally fly to the moon. Did I show you, Elvic? Did I show you what this thing looks like? It looks scary.
Now,
Look at,
is it new?
do you see this thing sitting over there? Do you see it?
Yeah.
It's half of my disk, dude. It's huge. And I guess it's not enough for Visual Studio. Kind of making a little dig here on my brother, my PM brother over there at the Visual Studio team. But like what else you want me to do? All right, so this will take care of this service exception as well. So let me just go through it just to make sure we did the dependency exception, that's URL not found. We did a dependency exception for unauthorized and I think a couple of other ones. Forbidden, good. And then we did the bad request. I'm pretty sure there are more errors that can come out of that other than this, guys. Are you sure? So this is a pass. I'm pretty sure this API throws a lot more than that. Does it throw 409? Did it throw let me go look at their documentation for what it's worth. Here. Playground API. Documentation. And where's the RESTful API endpoint? API reference. And then files, upload file. God forbid they put all the errors that come out of it. Gee. Request body, files, upload file. What happens when the file is over 1 gig? Elbic, can you see what exception they throw when that happens?
I don't know,
Just
the current
spin
size.
up a file, you'll be right.
How do we create a random 1 gig file, Brian? You could generate a garbage file like a text file that you just generate random text until it reaches over 1 gig and try to upload it. I want to know what it throws, what kind of exception it throws when that happens. So that's one thing to investigate. But I think other than that, you're really just uploading a file. And when
There's
you
all
don't give, go ahead.
There's all the account issues and all that sort of stuff that could happen.
Yeah. Purpose is required, file is required, name of JSON lines. Brian, is it worth it that we throw a validation exception if the JSON L file is in a bad format on our side? Or do we wait for them to throw that exception on their side in case they change the format?
It comes back with an exception when you do it.
It does, doesn't it? At the API level, right? So we wait for the API, we wait for the trip to happen. Okay.
In the response, there'll be an exception. Yep.
Okay, well, we have this. We have all of this. There is also nothing random about this stream. Who says that? Goodminder? That's right. We need to change this a little. That's true. We need to go back to the original memory stream randomization that we had originally. And I think things will still work even this way. So let me go back here. He's right. If we go to AI file, this was just a trial and error thing, right? What was the place where we actually did a memory stream thing? Was it the image? Not the image. It was the local file. We basically went out here and we said, give me a random memory stream. Here it is. Create random stream. And then if I go back here and just say create random stream right here, that should be totally fine, I think. Isn't it? Oh. This guy is saying invalid operation exceptions, timeout all. We're back to this. That's right. Fine, Goodminder. Find a way to randomize the stream, dude. You called for it. It's all yours. The API throws 413 request entity too large exception if the file size is more than 1 gigabyte. This exception is a standard HTTP response. This is what Bard says. So you asked Bard about ChatGPT. Can you please try? And if it actually gets 413, we're gonna handle that exception. Like
right.
actually try.
All right. Yeah.
A little bit bold to kind of go all the way, and
Mhm.
a little bold, I have to say. All right, guys. So Brian, this is on hold. Two tasks. Elbic will look at the too large file exception, 413. We're gonna handle that. Just try it. Try it out. Put a screenshot in there so I know that you did it. Huh? Look at me. Look at me again. Okay. And Brian, we just need the RESTful sense and updating the model. And we should be good to go. We could roll out 2 or 3 features this sprint before the end of this week. Okay? Don't stress about it. Do what you can, and we'll see what we can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, friend? Cool.
We're good.
Thank you all so very much. See you tomorrow. Take care.